This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
And that's maybe never more evident than the next night. Hulk Hogan makes a surprise return on Raw, and he's announced as being the third partner to John Cena and Shawn Michaels for a 6-man tag against Jericho, Christian, and Tomko. And the finish comes when Hulk Hogan gives Tomko the big boot, followed by a leg drop for the victory. And JR said something about this special moment, saying, there are nights, these are the nights that remind you why you love the business. It's really a forgotten era of sorts, you know, that right after Hulk Hogan comes back, and he did an interview with IGN. He says, after the match with Cena, I told him, brother, now that I've been in the ring with you, now that I see how good you are, now I want to wrestle you. So get ready. And he says he was totally psyched. He told me it was like a dream come true, but I want to see what he's made of. I'm friends with him. I love the guy to death, but I think he's somebody, instead of wrestling 3 or 4 years and using wrestling as a stepping stone for something else, Cena is somebody who can help keep the art form alive and can carry the football for 15 to 20 years. I think he's the new man. I would also love to see a great match for me and John. I know the fans would love to see it. Of course, we know that doesn't happen. Hulk still has one big match in him that I know everybody's looking forward to us discussing. It's at the next SummerSlam against Shawn Michaels. But, you know, to see Hogan out here doing interviews, talking about Cena, do you remember him pitching, hey, what about Hogan Cena?
Absolutely. You know, Hulkster was always looking for that next mountain to climb and that next superstar to conquer. So yeah, you're looking at Cena, you're looking at who you want to be in the ring with and play with and have fun. Of course it's John Cena. So yes, I definitely remember that. And I definitely remember Hulk going, holy cow, this is going to be good.
It was good. It's fun to sort of fantasy book. Why do you think we never actually pulled the trigger on it and did it?
I think because Hulk was already gone before we could.
Hulk is really like at his most, you know, hokey pokey-ish here. Is his relationship with Vince in 2005, would it be fair to categorize it as sort of love-hate?
I think it was always love-hate, but yeah, during this time, again, they both love each other unconditionally, and that just turns to craziness sometimes when everyone gets together. So yeah, it's nuts.
Let's also mention that Raw, the night after this show, does a 4.4 rating, which is the biggest Raw since September 10th, 2001. So we can say, well, Hulk Hogan this, well, Hulk Hogan that, but the night after this pay-per-view, where Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle put on a clinic, and certainly Triple H and Batista did, Hulk Hogan returns and it gets a 4.4 rating. That's got to be high fives all around. We should mention, by the way, that Raw is also notable because Kurt Angle wrestled Ric Flair there. And, the match was set up earlier in the night when Rick was confronting Kurt about claiming he's the best ever and the best of all time. And, he called himself a mark for Angle, but then said he could counter all of Angle's offense. So it's a fun little story about Kurt and Rick, and they get plenty of time too. 16 minutes on Raw. That's a ton of time on Raw. This was fun to just sort of sit back and take a look at, hey, what was going on 15 years ago?
It was kind of like, you know, that moment in time captured. And it was also a fun time too. I remember, you know, before this doing Edge and Hogan as a tag team, and just the thrill of Edge getting to work with Hogan and so on and so forth. Look, Hulk's Hulk. And I think that from a legend status of people in the business that grew up idolizing Hulkster as a kid, and maybe he was the one that made them want to get into the business. It was a thrill to work with him from a professional standpoint. So it's just, Hulk being around and being able to work with him, it's still, you get to work with Hulk Hogan. And that, at that time, was the end-all be-all.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.